Guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well.
Good. Bryce, I wanted to start off and ask you, I literally 2 seconds before I got on was reading your Twitter and you said that, I think it was like in 2018, you said the most complicated set piece you ever wrote was a pool party scene. I've seen the movie. Does that still hold up? Is that still the most complicated set piece you've ever written?
Brian coming in with the deep back research. Okay, respect. I have not been on Twitter in literally like 5 years, but you found that. Wow, I remember writing that. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in that set piece, right? And you're dealing with water, you're dealing with lots of extras, and each little piece of that puzzle has its own kind of drama, its own kind of action going on. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with yes. That was one of the most complicated things that I've ever written, and also proved to be quite complicated to film for different reasons as well. But yeah, stick with it.
Yeah, that's good. In terms of casting, I mean, obviously, Kerry Condon, we know her very well, being that she's Irish and, all the rest of it. But I mean, the guy sitting next to you there, I mean, when I was watching the movie, I was thinking, I don't know why, but I mean, I thought of like Craig T. Nelson and Poltergeist. I'm wondering, I mean, was that kind of the conversation that you had or anything like that?
We never talked about that, but
We're talking about Craig T. Nelson. That's one I've never been compared to, but I'll take it.
But I mean, what I'd say was part of the archetype of that. Obviously, like he's like the every dad, and some things that are positive and some things that like even like the dad being a little bit tough on his kid in sports, like that is a very like archetypal kind of American dad element to that. And I will say this. Craig T. Nelson and what's the wife's name? Mary.
Oh shit.
Mary Jo Williams. Whatever. And that couple in Poltergeist smoking weed in bed at night and then kind of getting frisky and kind of joking with each other, to me was kind of the gold standard that like a horror movie can have like real moments of fucking like life and humanity, and then also get terrifying and turn that corner. So I actually really like that as a type of reference for just like trying to build a real family that you care about.
Yeah. I mean, for you, did you recommend any movies for Wyatt and Kerry to watch before they started production or anything like that?
I did have some things, but it was never on a performance level. Sure. It was more like, here's some general like world balancing or scare and drama balancing. But Wyatt was so perfect for this role that I didn't need to do much, to be honest. Like we were so in sync on just who that character was, and he was just the right person for that role. So not too much. I don't know. Was there anything we talked about?
I can't remember. I think there were some movies that we talked about, but now I can't. It's been too long. I can't remember.
Yeah, remember we talked about. I mean, one that's not on a performance level or anything, but on a more like thematic was Sean Durkin's The Nest.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever seen that? Because it's not a horror movie, but it feels like a horror movie, and it's the Jude Law's character is like a dude that just cannot let go of this version of himself, and I thought that's like just a beautiful drama, family drama, and so that was one that I remember we discussed at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say not to get personal or anything like that, but I mean, Wyatt, I know you played ice hockey and all the rest of it, and obviously the character plays baseball. I mean, obviously they're two completely different sports. I mean, do you tie anything from your real life into the characters that you play, even in this case?
Yeah, in this case, definitely. Having gone through the experience of playing sports at a high level, that's your life, that's your identity, that's your self-worth. Everything's wrapped up in that from a very early age. When that gets ripped away, whether it's 24 or 37, whatever age it is, you just have an adjustment period. Some people have a more difficult time than others. And so it was nice to be able to bring a sense of reality to that, and being able to understand what a sports life is for a family and for kids and for himself, and why he would want, it's a drug. So why you're trying to get the drug, get the high back, and chase that dragon, and that the dragon in this case is the pool in a way, and so he who wouldn't take that Faustian deal.
Marco.